Hey, what's up? Corey Wilkins here. We're gonna do a product test today. That's right. These right here, my normal drumsticks that I've been using for a while now. These are Vic Firth 5A Extreme wood tip. Great drumsticks. I love them. But I feel it's important to try out as many different things as you can to see what works. So I just got an order in from Sweetwater, my buddy Mike Saunier over there. Next time you call into Sweetwater, you call him up, say you want to talk to him, Corey sent you. These are the Pro-Mark Firegrain forward balanced 5As, wood tip. So they go through this process where they actually flame treat the outside of these sticks, and it supposedly makes them a little harder, makes them more durable. And I'm a pretty heavy hitter, so to me, you know, there's really something to be said for sticks that are going to last a little bit longer. I'm going to play with each pair of sticks for half an hour. I'm going to play pretty heavy, you know, full-on rim shots, rock and roll, and then we're going to examine the condition of both pair of drumsticks. All right, here we go. Vic Firth 5As. Without peeking any more than I had to. Time to check out these Pro-Mark Firegrains. Yeah, all right. Okay, an hour of drumming. Half hour on these Vic Firth Extreme 5As. Half hour on these Pro-Mark Firegrain forward balanced 5As. Let's check out the damage before we do a full review of the sticks here. On the Vic Firths, obviously this was my left stick. There's quite a bit of indenting and marking and just overall scoring. You can tell exactly where I hit the rim shots, right? That kind of goes all around the stick. The tip on the left stick is in good shape. The tip on the right stick is in good shape. Can't even really feel any fuzz on it, so it definitely held up to the cymbal abuse well. There's obviously some marks from you're doing fills on the snare and hitting rim shots, or I did a little bit of train beat there for a little while. So a little bit of scoring, and like you can tell, like where I kind of rode the hi-hat with the shoulder a little bit, you know. But overall, these sticks held up pretty well to a half hour of absolute utter abuse. There's still a lot of life in these drumsticks. You know, one thing that I do is left stick kind of wears out faster than my right. So a lot of times, like when these sticks get too old to do anything with, I'll throw out this left one and I'll keep all my right ones. And then I get a little bit more life out of a pair of drumsticks. Okay. Same thing, this is obviously my left stick. It doesn't feel like there's quite as much indenting, but like if you run your hand kind of against the grain here, I feel like there's a little bit of splintering going on already. But obviously, like, probably even more life left in this stick than in the Vic Firth. Let's have a look at the right stick. Yeah, I definitely did a little bit more snare work with my right stick the second time around with these Pro-Marks. But not as much scoring from like riding the hi-hat with the shoulder. Tip on the left stick still feels fully intact. Feels really good. Tip on the right also feels fully intact, so I didn't get mashed on the cymbals too much. Okay, so now a full review of the drumsticks. They feel very different in your hands. I feel like the Vic Firths, even though they're the extreme, so they're supposed to be forward balanced, I feel like they have a little bit longer of a taper. If you hold them next to these Pro-Marks here. Let's check it out. Yeah, see, I feel like the taper on these Pro-Marks is definitely shorter. Yeah, because on the Pro-Mark, the taper ends about right here. The Vic Firth, the taper ends about right there. The Vic Firth also, and Pro-Mark also have different feels. I feel like the Pro-Marks, even though these are not the like heat sensitive ones, they're the Firegrain, I feel like they're still a little bit more tacky than these Vic Firth. I feel like overall the Pro-Marks feel a little bit more solid in my hands. One thing that I like about the Vic Firths better than the Pro-Mark, where I really feel like they outperformed, is on the cross stick. So I don't like to always, especially if I'm just doing a cross stick for just a quick part of a song, like if it's most of the song, I don't mind playing in reverse where you're kind of playing like this, no problem, happy to do it. But I want to be able to hit some kind of cross stick that's going to sound halfway decent when I have my stick in the regular position. These Vic Firths, you get a pretty good cross stick in the regular position, and you get a really nice kind of fat sound in the reverse position. With the Pro-Marks, you get a very weak, thin, wimpy cross stick in the regular position, and you just get a very high-pitched cross stick in the reverse position. It's loud, but the cross stick is definitely considerably better on the Vic Firth sticks. All right, that's been my comparison and review of the Vic Firth 5A Extremes and the Pro-Mark Firegrain forward weighted sticks. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something new. I'm gonna go inside and rest.